Well, I'm sorry to hear that, but hopefully it's for the best.
It's for the best.
Good morning, it's Tuesday, March 17th, 2026. 9 a.m. We're here for our consent agenda review work session.
Okay. What were the items you guys talked about? Cindy, you had one yesterday that you called.
Well, I did, the reason we're, number 15,
Yeah,
for
that
Veterans
was it.
Assistance Fund Policy and Procedure Update.
New title.
But the Veterans Services Supervisor,
Yeah,
that should go through HR,
yeah,
not,
that doesn't exist, so.
okay.
Is he
So-
at work yet?
Yes.
Okay.
Anthony?
Be online.
You're kind of supervising that, or Tom?
Tom is. I need to go see him though.
What's going on with Tori? Like, she just works for them for free?
As far as I know.
That's weird, dude.
Is she getting is she a therapist? Is she getting therapist funds?
No, she like does fundraising and works the front like a receptionist, sort of, but isn't the county anything.
Yeah, she's not an employee.
She's like,
I believe if she's working, we're supposed to be paying her L&I. We have to pay that for all volunteers.
yeah,
So we probably need to make sure.
I don't know what's going on.
I haven't seen her there the last few times I've been.
No, she was there the last time I went in.
Okay.
I just was like, why are you here? I wouldn't.
I think it's because she's a veteran and she wants
She
to
cares
help.
and she wants to help, and yeah, I know, but still,
I noticed there was a new veterans
building
building up at
Enzo.
up by Enzo.
Yeah, I was
That
curious,
also-
but I don't know. But it's like big. That's probably expensive.
Yeah.
Is
so
that the
it's
one
probably
that we
really
had in
expensive.
district court, the Vietnam veterans?
No,
I don't think so.
I'm gonna ask her.
Her name is Corey.
Tori.
Corey. So we just make sure she's.
Well,
on.
yeah, we'll have to find out about
L&I.
Bill and I. And the other thing we're pulling was the scissor lifts from Coach Schmidt.
Yeah. One, I don't think, looking at the current expense, it should not be coming out of current expense.
Almost got you there.
Should be number 6. And we don't have any walk-ons.
Not yet.
Numero 6. We're just holding that.
And then
Withdrawing it for now.
the number 8, I was curious about the out-of-state travel for Kids Hope, and they are going to a Children's Alliance in Washington, D.C. What that is.
$3,500 a piece, roughly. $3,000 a piece.
Yep.
3,300. And there's a New Hope's position was already posted. That was fast.
I believe
Is it?
so, yeah.
Yes. Yes, I'm following Caitlin. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, because I think we have some applicants.
Yeah, I haven't heard.
I think they said yesterday, we have a few. And we had a few for our office too.
Yeah, like 8.
We have more for our office. Yeah, I'm not.
We have 8 total
Okay.
so far. The application period for the deputy clerk doesn't close until Wednesday.
Okay. I have invalid credentials, so I'm.
Should we find out from Tony what his plans are there from the veterans?
He's online. I can allow him to unmute.
Good morning, Tony.
Good morning. Am I coming through now?
Yep.
Yes.
Perfect. So, what was the question? I'm sorry.
The Veteran Service Supervisor.
Oh, so for the policy, I ended up changing the VSO position because in the policy it says the VSO will go over all the criteria to make the judgment on the Veteran Assistance Fund. So I just changed that because we don't have a VSO. My job title now has changed to the Veteran Service Supervisor. And then the other part of the policy also is the changes to the 2026 federal poverty level. those changed at the end of January, but since I was on leave at the end of January, I couldn't submit this until I got back last week. So those are the two main changes for the procedures and policies for the Veterans Assistance Fund.
So you're changing it from Veteran Services Officer to Veteran Services Supervisor, right?
Yes.
Well, HR was not in the loop when we talked to Decorah, so we are gonna pull that one. And you will need to work with HR. Any change in your title needs to go through HR.
I thought my title already had changed when I signed the PAR.
Okay, well, Decorah was not aware of it, so I'm relying on Decorah. So if you want to work with HR on that,
Okay, I'll see what needs to be done for that.
bring it up with HR as well.
Can do.
We meet at 10 o'clock with them.
Looks like you just made some changes to addresses, things like that on your policy and procedures.
Yes, that's also changed as well because the address was the office over there in Freda. Now that I have a physical address, I also put the physical address for things to be sent over as well.
Like you changed some dates and chair, vice chair, things like that. Looks like mainly just some housekeeping.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, if you'll work through HR, then we can get this back next week, I assume.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, I just found my PAR that everyone signed, so I'm confused on why they don't have it. So I'll go ahead and forward that over to Decorah.
Okay, we appreciate it. Thank you.
Yep.
Hopefully it went through HR and we didn't just sign it in some other meeting.
Did it come through HR?
I
Tony,
don't know.
did you submit it to us through HR or
Say that one more time.
do you know how your PAR was submitted? Did it come through HR?
Yes, it went through last year in September when looks like Kevin was still my supervisor, and looks like everyone signed off on it, including including HR as well. They signed off on it as well.
Okay, all right,
So I'll go ahead and, like I said, I'll send that over to her right now. So this way, the 10 o'clock meeting, she has it.
okay, sounds good. Then we'll
All right,
bring it
thank
up.
you.
I have a note here.
We used to be good at signing PARs, not through HR. We used to do that a lot. I thought maybe it happened.
Well, we assume that they have been working with HR
Yeah.
previously. And then,
Then they weren't, but.
or they said, I talked to HR.
Yeah.
And then they did talk to HR, but
We used to get
But
ourselves
they
to
didn't
do
do
that.
that proper procedure.
Back then.
no, the answer the HR gave them was not always the answer they wanted, so they just bypassed HR. It came directly to us.
Oh, I see.
And when we said, did you talk to HR?
They'd
Yes.
say yes, I would sign it, and they'd be like, oops.
We were like, we talked to HR, but they didn't agree with it, but you guys did.
You talk to HR all the time. That doesn't mean that's
No.
We
true.
have to make sure we're trying to keep them in the loop. We have a process for a reason. Taylor, is there anything that you think we need to?
Anything else we need to discuss?
Not about consent. I did forward the comments about the editorial content for the travel planner to Rochelle. So they will look at swapping out Berkey's peaches with
Berhai.
either, Berhai, sorry. With either Tonamakers or another.
Okay, I just feel like it's more
year-round.
of a, yeah,
Yep.
something.
She did note, just as an FYI, that she had forwarded all of this to tourism for their comments and had not received any comments from them at the time, which was, it was yesterday afternoon-ish. So we'll see if they submit any comments.
Well, and it sounded like the tourism board, kind of like us, wanted a smaller booklet, but everything went out to bid at a full-size booklet or pamphlet. But
I
again,
don't remember there ever being like a,
full-on
anywhere
discussion.
saying that, yeah, that it was, I remember we had worded everything being like up to a full size or up to 84 pages or something like that. It was, I remember we had worded it vaguely, so there was the flexibility there to change it. But
Well, next year.
I had Cody in here from the sheriff's office earlier asking about, I'm talking about the sand dunes. Putting their garbage in the dumpsters, filling the porta potties or the bathrooms full of garbage because they took the one dumpster away because construction workers were filling it up.
Yeah, we need cameras and lights out there.
The question is,
PUD would, I don't think they'd give us power access off their pole, but I don't know why they wouldn't if it's for security purpose for the county.
I think we can make that happen.
We were trying. We need to ask Tom where that ended up.
The next question is why couldn't we do something like the state does with a Discover Pass for our sand dunes?
We could, we just have to do, well, they would have to patrol it, enforce it, or we'd have to gate it. And our concern, like last year, the year before, was if we gated it, we'd take on liability versus open space.
So,
But
but a Discover Pass
we could do something like that.
is, they,
We could
what,
do a small
the-
pass.
we're talking about just kind of having a box where you just paid, put an envelope in and paid. But now you can scan.
Or you just pick the big weekends and you have like, I don't know.
No, but you really could do
Couple
like
staff
just scan and
Yeah, why
put
could
your license number in there. They make it so easy now. We could do something.
Right.
$20, just something that would help.
$20 a year, $10 a year per
Yeah.
vehicle.
I was thinking like $20 a year and, you know, all good.
Will help with the garbage, help with cleanup. That road needs done. I mean, that is,
What's a Discovery Pass? Is it 30?
Like
5, I think.
35 or 40 now.
And it's $10 a day.
$20, $15.
But there's a lot of recreation out there.
Yeah, and you can't go anywhere, go camping, not
Free.
free anything.
Yeah.
It just doesn't work.
Annual pass is $50
It's
and a day pass is $11.50.
We should look at something, but make it super easy. You can scan. Nothing that you put money in a box because it'll be destroyed. I think most of the people go there would be happy to pay
I would have.
a little bit to scan
Yeah,
and pay.
could we put a sign up or put a QR code on one of the signs out there and say?
Yeah, you do. Yeah,
For donations only?
yeah, we just do, well, you know, you could do
No, I
that.
don't even take donations. I think we just would need to have a resolution to charge, work with the sheriff, because we have talked about this, but our problem was collecting money and then issuing a ticket. So they've got to come here, but you can pay, you just put a little note in your window. You have it when you do the pass from WashDOT or the parks, Washington State Parks. That little note in there, they give you a little number, put it in your windshield.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be hard to, whether somebody's paid or not, that's the biggest problem, I think.
Well, if
That's
their
what your
license
license
plate
number on
doesn't
it.
have. They would link somehow. I'm sure there's a software that does it.
Could we? Custom license plate for people?
Oh, you wouldn't
That'd
want
be
to do
pretty
that.
expensive. You should be able to just get
Gotta be
like
able to
a
do it.
confirmation number and then write it on a piece of paper, or if you're on the dashboard. Because that's what they do on the Discovery Pass. If I were to drive into a park, I could go online, buy it, and then I don't have any piece of paper or printer, so I just put it on a little piece of paper in my windshield.
something like what they do with the, like the car washes, where they have that little sticker that goes on their windshield. They'd have to buy it through the licensing department here in
Yeah,
Fredo.
but the problem is they're not gonna drive over here. You gotta make it,
Like, do it all online. Send them the little sticker, and it'd only be for one vehicle.
Yeah.
So if they wanted to license two of them, they'd have to.
if we charge, I think we have to do certain things was the hiccup to charge. Do you recall if we charged? Or was that locking the gate? There was something when you charge.
I think if we lock the gate, if we put a gate on it, that creates a bigger problem. So,
You designate that as a park and recreation district? Is that what you're talking about?
Well, that's one way.
They'll have to go through the comp plan.
The RCW, it's a park and recreation service area, which I'm not 100% sure the difference. Service area can be initiated in any unincorporated area of any county by resolution adopted by the county legislative authority or by a petition signed by 10% of the registered voters within the proposed park and recreation service area. Incorporated areas may be included under these other two
I don't think
RCWs.
is it even in the UGA? I don't even think it's in the UGA.
I don't think so.
Okay, wait. Park and recreation service areas to finance, acquire, construct, improve, maintain, or operate any park, senior citizen activity center, zoo, aquarium, and/or recreational facilities as defined in an RCW.
You know, we do have a new prosecuting attorney and they may have a different answer than the previous one.
Yeah, we probably should
We could
just
probably
reach out
ask.
to him and see what we can do to help generate some income for the sand dunes. To help pay for the garbage and bathrooms and
And getting some power and some water.
You want me to reach out to,
But realistically, getting power and water out there wouldn't be that,
No, we just need to
just have to have
have
the
a
funding.
mechanism.
So if we could start charging, then we could supply water,
So would SIP,
cameras.
I need to like pull down our SIP since we can use it for the
Yeah, our own SIP.
payment on the jail, the 133.
I think it needs to be a separate account.
But we could use some of that
You could
funding
use
for,
SIP funding though for the economic
Economic.
enhancement.
To do it, yeah. So I think we probably just reach out to the prosecutor's office and see what it would take for us to start that process.
Yep. They will be here at 9:30.
Oh, look at that. Perfect.
I guess we'll just bring.
And Kevin was helping us, but I think it was a lot of liability. There was something that, there was a reason that we were,
Well, I know like at the Oregon dams, you go in, quiet time is 10 o'clock. And if you're out after 10 o'clock on your side-by-side of your Jeep or whatever, you get a ticket. I don't know that we want to go to that extreme.
but we did allow overnight parking.
No, I like the QR code scan. I mean, even if only a quarter of the people do it at the beginning or a tenth, at least you're generating garbage pickup money.
Right.
And then you start to kind of transition into an actual system as you start to get a little
If we were
revenue.
ticketed though, we do
Yeah,
have a
'cause
sheriff presence.
Even if you did it as a volunteer thing,
The sand
I think some
scorpions.
people would pay.
Yeah. Well, I think you just,
Get the word out that if we generate enough funds, we can put in a well and power and provide some water out there for people. I don't know what it would take to put in an RV dump out there, but that would be,
And you could do that with a fee.
Right.
But you need a camera.
well, that would be the thing. You'd have to have the cameras set up. Got a light there and cameras set up. You could currently, I mean, Cody said there's a flock camera at the end of the Sandings, but not at the west end. Put another flock camera at the west end. Monitor who's coming and going. Said he caught somebody that came in there with a load of trees, dumped it in front of the dumpster, and then left.
Hmm. How big a ticket is that though?
Well, he went to the guy's house.
Told her to clean it up.
Said, come and clean it up. And he said it took him over an hour to come out there to pick it up. And so he wrote him a ticket for littering. It took so long. So
Nice.
it could be beneficial to have another camera the other
Did
end.
he just happen to be there? Did he catch it on camera? Or how did he?
Well, I think he must have been there earlier in the day and then came back and then the tree was there, limbs, and so then he
Okay.
got on the flock camera.
Okay, that's how he.
And then he saw a vehicle come and go.
Okay. I was
Saw a
wondering how he
vehicle
knew.
with the trees in it, come back out with the
Yeah,
trees
without
out
the
of it.
tree. I was wondering how he knew, but
Detective work.
okay. Now I know where to put my trees, where not to put my trees.
Well, yeah. Don't come at the sand.
Put them up and.
Well, if we don't have anything else, we'll just go on recess until 9:30. It is 9:30. We are here for the prosecuting attorney's office update. Morning, gentlemen.
Good morning, Commissioners. We'll start off with, we did email an updated contract list to the Commissioners. I believe that was yesterday afternoon. There is one update to that is after the list was emailed, the participating provider agreement with Renew was approved and that one was sent off. And so the contracts as they're coming in do seem to be being reviewed continuously in a timely manner. If there's any specific questions on any of those, I'd be happy to address those.
I'm just trying to find it. What's this road use and maintenance agreement with Public Works and Capstone Realty? What's that?
There's some back and forth on that. It's for use of the Overland Road. They want to mine, I believe it's gravel, but I'm not 100% sure on that. There was a land use decision that was approved and part of the requirements or part of the, I guess, contingencies as far as approval of the permit was entering into this agreement. There's been some back and forth on insurance requirements and on the status of the road before and after and getting that in. And there's been a significant amount of back and forth with that agreement. We are continuously working on it to try to get somewhere that Public Works can have some level of comfort with it and not being stuck with having a road that's torn up and everything else. Part of the reason or part of the problem with that is the road's not necessarily designed for, that particular amount of traffic. And so there has to be some things in place and just simply, hey, we're going to do it and repair it. It just doesn't work. And so we've been working again on the insurance requirements, what's going to be necessary as a result of that. And then also the standard of before, after, and what's going to trigger maintenance provisions and other things to get that in place. If there's no other questions, I did have a update from Ms. Durbeck in our office, or more of a question, is whether there were going to be any requests to the tourism bylaws from last year. She does indicate what submitted to her looked fine, but wanted to double check with the board if there were any changes contemplated to those that the board would like to see or be looked into.
Say that again?
The tourism bylaws?
Tourism is requesting additional verbiage because they want to start recording their meetings. So we added it and sent it to legal for their input, and then Barbara Durbeck gave that response. I have a copy of them here if you want to look at them. They have not been to consent yet, so just ignore the consent cover.
It's just to trick us. So when we say, oh, we've seen it in consent. So you're basically just adding the ability to record meetings.
They want to start recording them.
And we need to put that in our bylaws?
Was there something that prompted that?
Yeah.
Yes,
Just issues within the,
no. There's a member of the committee that would like the meetings recorded so that if they miss the meetings, the committee members can view them later on to see what discussion was missed.
Is there ability to WebEx into the meetings?
Yes,
Okay.
so they would be recorded through Zoom, just like the commissioners' meetings. They will not be posted public facing. So if anybody outside of the committee wants to see the recordings, they would have to do a public records request, which is listed in there, that they'd be made available to the public.
Okay, so this will go to the tourism committee first?
Tourism committee has already reviewed it.
Oh, okay,
They
and they are
approved
okay with it.
Yes, and
Okay.
so now it's been through legal, and legal is asking to see if there's any changes that the commissioners would
Okay.
like to see while we're updating them.
Correct.
We'll let you know, but I'm sure if legal has reviewed them. Do we want to, is it just talking about recording the movies, what did you, or the meetings, the movies? Recording the meetings forward facing, do we need to put that in there or just recording them? Do we have to specify? I don't know if it was specified, whether they're open to the public or by request only.
The recordings, it's specified in there that they're available to the public by request pursuant to the RCW for public records. We included it in there so that anybody that goes online to look at their bylaws can see that the meetings are recorded. But we would also, I had recommended to tourism, and it would be a question I was gonna bring to the commissioners later about ordering signage or something similar to what you guys have to alert any members of the public that may come in for their meetings that the meetings aren't being recorded.
We have little signs here,
Yeah, you have the one on the table.
small
I don't
print.
see a problem with it.
And again, the question is if there's any other changes that are on the mind of the commissioners, then now would be a good time
Now's
to
the time to do it.
take a look at those. And if not, then we can dispense with that topic.
Probably be good if I went over it real good. Since we're
Certainly.
looking at making changes, probably want to make sure we maybe change some wording of how
So give us a week or two.
a tourism manager would impact their current bylaws.
Yeah, because we're gonna make that change, and we
Yeah, hopefully in this year,
things may be
so.
different.
Hey, I'm in, sick.
So I will pass that along to Ms. Durbeck. Thank you for the input on that. The next topic that we will have, I will be requesting an executive session. And this would be under RCW 42.30.110(1)(I) for current or potential litigation concerning the Grant County Sheriff video and request.
How long?
Let's do 3 minutes.
We are gonna go into executive session for RCW 42.30.11 101I for 3 minutes, coming out at 9:41.
Get a stay. Thank you.
You're out of executive session, no decisions were made.
Okay, and that is going to be the extent of what I have to update. I believe Mr. Guernsey may have some matters that he would like to discuss.
Yeah, just one, I'd like an executive session too for potential litigation. I don't have the RCW memorized.
We've got it.
423011011I.
How long you need?
Oh, 5 minutes should be, yeah, should be good.
Okay, we're gonna go into executive session for litigation RCW 42.30.1101I for 5 minutes, coming out at 9:47. It's 9:47, we're out of executive session, no decisions were made.
I think that's all I have.
And that's all I have, unless there's something specific.
Got a question?
We have some for you.
We're curious if there's a way for us to charge for people entering the sand dunes, camping, day use, whatever. Is there a mechanism that we could use to charge people? They'll pay for, lighting, garbage, things like that.
I understand the question. I will have to look into that because I certainly don't have an answer here on the spot.
Yeah, no, we figured that.
But just to clarify, is looking for either a day use fee or a permit fee or something to capture some revenue in order to offset the costs of maintenance, et cetera,
Correct.
as far as that goes.
Typically, right now, the sheriff does have an ORV
Yeah,
fee that they do receive for revenue.
Okay.
And Kevin McCray did research that, so there's probably something, I think, this is going by memory, it was a couple of years ago. I think we took on like all liability, we were gonna charge a gate fee or, kind of, well, we didn't know where we were gonna do a permit. Now we could probably do a scan and go, just scan a barcode and put a little piece of paper in your dash or something. So I believe it was a liability that kind of shut it down for us, but I really can't remember. It's been a few years.
And that's fair enough, and we can take a look at it with that in mind and some of those notes. And I will work on getting a response to that.
I don't know if this is something we would want to do, but what about, is there a way to have an ordinance that shuts the sand dunes down at midnight? So that the citizens out there aren't having, people out till 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning running their.
Currently, we allow overnight parking.
Yeah, and that was going to be my clarifying question is essentially barring any overnight camping whatsoever.
No, not necessarily camping. It's just like at the sand dunes in Oregon. You're shut off at 10 or 11 o'clock. And if you're out running around after that time, you're gonna get a ticket.
Which sand dunes in Oregon are you talking about specifically? So I can take
Beverly, or not Beverly,
St. Anthony's.
and all the sand dunes in Oregon actually, they have a specific time frame that you can run.
Okay.
It's like from 6 o'clock in the morning.
You gotta pay to use them too.
And they shut them down at 10 o'clock at night. Mainly because it's, middle of the night, things happen in the dark.
Mhm.
People are drinking or whatever.
People are trying to sleep.
People out there trying to sleep. I think there's gonna be more issues if we don't try to minimize that. Simply because there's more and more people gonna be moving out there.
Are they still having the dumping problem?
Yes.
Okay.
They removed the dumpster
Okay.
because of the dumping problem.
Yeah.
Construction guys filling the
Yeah.
dumpsters. I got a picture shown this morning to me where they took that dumpster away and then they just threw all their garbage inside the outhouse out there, the bathrooms, shoved them, full. So, if it continues, we'll just close them down. And there is a flock camera at the one end of the sand dunes, but not at the other end. So they're able to catch people going in off of Potato Hill Road. There was an example, was a guy had a load of brush that he took out to the sand dunes, dumped it, turned around and went back to his house. Well, he got the license plate, saw the truck full of the debris, chased the guy down, went to his house, told him he needed to come back and pick up his trees, and he didn't show up for over an hour. So the officer wrote him a ticket for littering. So if we could put a flock camera at the other end of the sand dunes too, that would be helpful. So there's just things that I think we need to do to be proactive.
And then
Keep
again,
the sand dunes open.
yeah, understood. And so St. Anthony's is one that has that rule in place that you're aware of. And I can take a look at other ones, just to kind of help with a jumping off point on answering the question is, and if you have that at the fingertips, great. If not, then that's fine too. Take a look at that.
Been so long since I've been in Oregon, I forget the names of them.
Oh, and I should know the name.
$5 per vehicle per day.
Florence, the
Yeah,
Florence
Florence.
Indians.
Okay.
Spin Reel, that's another one.
It's been
All right.
real or it's been real.
I'm sure it's been real.
Yes, I will take a look at that and we'll get a response to your question.
Sounds like we need a road trip.
Not that I want to shut the sand dunes down or anything, but, there's gonna come a point when we're gonna have people in here complaining every week.
Mhm.
We're already starting to see it, so.
Coos Bay is 10 to,
Yeah.
yeah, there is 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. curfew. So it shuts down at 6 or at 10 and opens at 6.
I know that some of the sand scorpions and those guys are probably gonna have something to say about it, but I don't know,
Well, we're having more and more housing.
more houses
Right
going
there.
in.
Yeah.
There's more and more people using the sand dunes, it becomes,
Well, and pretty much the entire beach is private owned. So,
yeah,
keeping those owners happy also with the noise is important unless we want it fenced off. So,
yeah, if we don't do something, we're gonna lose part of that.
All right.
That's all I have. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Recess until 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock,
Been
we're
through a
here
lot.
for human resources update. Open forum for public comment, 5-minute limit, human resources related topics only. We have no one in the room. We have 8 participants.
5 attendees. One is Emily and one is Carrie. They said they have no public comment. You have 2 iPhone guests and Anthony Garcia. They've given you the ability to unmute if you have any public comment for human resources related topics.
Okay, hearing none, we will move on to Gina.
Just a minute, Joey, no scary moves like that. I'm like, oh my gosh, that was a fast little move. You startled not only me, but yourself.
Item 2, 3, and 4, I don't have anything for you today. Item 5, I do have several PARs for your review and signature. The first 5 are from the PA's office. They are implementing the pay structure that was done last spring. So we'll be moving forward, going forward. So it's prospective. I don't think any of them are retrospective. Nope. We do have a couple that are 3-1. Was that, do you know if that was they wanted it to go back prospectively to 3-1?
So when we did those, we were in that pay period,
Yeah,
so we just went to the back of the start of the pay period,
okay.
so that they could get processed. But if we need to change the effective date to start this pay period, that's okay.
Okay, so they're all starting at the same time.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've got those for you, board. Also, I have 2 PARs for Superior Court, and these are for the pro term judges with the update per the WCCS EO rates. I'll hand you Superior Courts first. And then this stack here is for the prosecutor's office.
Hey, Joe.
Hey, Rob.
I will wait a moment till those get signed and then we'll move on to positions.
Sanders. What do you want to say?
HR is very trusting today. They're just throwing these out here.
I know, I'm gonna come up and get them when I drop these off, so. Because if I don't, I will forget and then have to run back to get them. I'm in no condition to run.
I've got two. I know there's one coming. I'll run it to you.
Signing all the big money today, huh?
Yep, they all came in at the same time, so.
Hey, this one's a good one.
These are your list distance.
Big
I
money.
see a sling one coming my way.
Even bigger money.
For our next
This
topic.
person sucks for that thing. Easy.
Pass those to Cindy.
And you're all in agreement with these? Do you have any issues with all these bars?
No issues.
Oh, okay. I'm like, you're in agreement? No, no. Okay. You have no issues.
I have no issues.
I asked you questions. I was like, oh, no.
Sorry, no issues with those cars.
Issues or concerns, I should say.
No issues, no concerns. They were all addressed previously with the board. We just needed them from the departments or offices. So now that we have them, we're good.
Wondering if we work with HR to approve this, so we're all on the same page. Ultimately, it's his decision. Placement, but
Oh, you want me to. I just want to make sure I forgot them all. I don't want to waste a walk.
Thank you. Okay, next topic under position management. We asked the sheriff to join us in case the board had any more questions or needed further information about the training sergeant. I did pass out hypothetical movement diagram so you can see the org chart and kind of the, I guess, possible movement of sergeants who are in those slots.
It's a roadmap. Is this your guess of where movement would go?
hypothetical.
It's hypothetical.
It's very hypothetical.
It's theoretical.
It's very theoretical and
Yes.
hypothetical.
So does the board have any questions or need any clarification from the sheriff regarding his request for the training sergeant position?
Well, it looks like you're moving Fulbright into the training sergeant position, is that?
Hypothetically.
That's part of the hypothetical, theoretical roll the dice thing that I
Yeah, they would
just
all
saw
need
for
to
the
be,
first time.
they would all need to be posted within the department as a,
Okay,
and people would have to apply for those movements, but
Got
we
it.
wanted to show where things
it
could
could.
get moved around.
What it could look like.
Yes.
Okay,
And
and then
you
these
guys-
open positions, those, the 2 canines, you don't have anybody in those
So,
positions?
so the reason why I show those as open, currently our canine positions are part of patrol crews right now. For instance,
Okay,
Deputy Bundy is on, Delta's crew right now. And then Deputy Hines is on, Charlie crew. So once we start getting our people out of the academy and off of FTO and our staffing is filled, those 2 canine positions are gonna be standalone positions. Those 2, Deputy Hines and Deputy Bundy, will be removed from a patrol crew and go into those standalone canine spots. The reason why is because when training happens for the canines, which is a lot, they train a lot, it shortens our patrol staff when they're going on training. So we want them to still augment the patrol staff, which they will work more of a power shift, the hours that are more conducive to the canine use. And they will work completely independently from the patrol shifts themselves. So that's in the future, once we get everybody filled and all the positions and stuff, they'll actually be removed from the patrol crews and the canine guys will be working a completely different shift.
Okay.
So those aren't new positions, they're already in the budget, yeah, they're already done. Just more restructuring, I
I
guess.
just thought you didn't have anybody there.
No, we do, they're just absorbed in the patrol shifts right now, yeah.
So I do have a K-9 question.
Okay.
And it probably needs to go into executive session for like 3 minutes. Can we do that? Performance. Employee performance.
Job out,
Or job evaluation.
job evaluation.
Yeah.
3 minutes?
Well, let's go 5. We can do 5.
Okay. We're gonna go into executive session for job application, applicant evaluation, RCW 42.30.1101G for 5 minutes, coming out at 10:14. It is 10:14. We are out of executive session. No decisions were made.
Okay. Any further questions for the sheriff regarding the training sergeant position?
No, I don't have any questions on it.
Do you want this back?
Yeah, because it's a theoretical, so,
Shall I gather everybody's?
that'd be great. Does
Theoretical
the
or hypothetical?
theoretical, hypothetical, take your pick. It's not real.
It's not real.
It's not real.
Yeah, it's not real.
It says hypothetical.
That's what I was questioning.
Yeah. Thank you, Cindy.
In a scenario. It could
In
be
a
a
s-
scenario.
Yes.
One case scenario.
Is the board prepared to make a decision on this position today?
I believe so.
Okay. What say ye? Kevin, you're the chair. We'll start with you.
I'm gonna start on this side. I'm a yes.
I'm okay with it as long as we got it in the budget and you guys are okay with it. I don't see a problem with it.
Cindy,
Yeah,
Rob?
she said yes, I can echo what Kevin said.
Thank you for that. Thank you, Sheriff.
Yes, thank you, board, again for,
And thank you for the additional.
yes, absolutely. And again, thanks for the great partnership and I do appreciate everything the board does for the sheriff's office and it's always been gracious and very good to share information and ideas back and forth. So thank you, appreciate it.
Thank you.
I hope we get to see you when you make the big move up on the hill.
I can't wait. Oh my gosh. Cannot wait. See ya, thank you.
Okay, next position, assessors, from the assessor's office, the appraiser backfill.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
We'll pass these out for signature. This one's separate. Okay, that one's for the sheriff, that one is for the,
Perplexity.
sorry, it's
No,
for
that was
the
me. It was me.
assessors. So I heard Kevin, yes, for the assessor's
What'd you say?
backfill. Is that accurate?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Cindy,
I'm
Rob?
a yes. Rob, are you a yes?
Yep.
I thought we
Backfill.
already, yeah, I already
Okay,
checked
so
it, so I
three
just.
yeses. Renew coordinator backfill,
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
and Rob, yes?
What was that one?
For the renew coordinator backfill position?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect, thank you. And auditor's office, the request, again, is to take the elections position and turn it into an elections supervisor who would then oversee the elections department
Yes.
or the elections for the auditor. Cindy is a yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Rob?
Yep.
And then final one is HEO fours. There were two HEO fours that they want to backfill. They've had that one on hold for a while. And once those two positions are backfilled, that would open two HEO twos. And they have two HEO twos, so everybody would be backfilled. Kevin, you're good?
Yes.
Cindy?
Yep.
Rob?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Okay. Next item, 6, budget finance compensation. I don't have anything for you. Recruiting, nothing for you today. Benefits, nothing. And then the last one is policy 621 to 632. I did send you an update with the edits to the travel. Have you been able to?
I have not reviewed it, sorry.
Okay. No? Okay.
No.
I will bring it back. I will hold it and bring it back.
I need to print it.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
That's okay.
Sorry.
Under other, I don't have anything here on the agenda, but I do want to ask the board and talk to the board about our orientation process. We would like to include, I would think, probably the chair to start with, but in our orientation process, we'll have set days of the week in which orientations are done. So I'm thinking a Monday morning, 8:15, to have the chair of the board come to the orientation just to introduce themselves, and as a commissioner, this is what I do. And it would just be a brief introduction. I'm also asking the county administrator to also do that. And then part of the orientation from there would be to do a tour of the campus so they know where important offices and departments are. We've not done that before, but I really want to streamline it rather than having different orientations at different times of the week. Streamlining it to, again, like a Monday morning, employee reports to us at 8. We start orientation 8:15. Commissioner and administrator come in. Hi, this is what I do for the county. Reach out if you ever need anything. And then we would then go into the HR portion of the orientation, which would include helping them if they haven't filled out all of their onboarding documentation. We would do that, answer any questions, do a tour, and then take them back to computers or iPads where they can then do the sexual harassment training and the cybersecurity training. And then after that, release them to their department. So it would be, a morning, maybe even into early afternoon time frame before they get released to their department, but it would kind of check all the boxes. So my question again for you is the board okay with participating in that and coming and introducing? And I just think the chair, because it's the easiest, but if you guys want to rotate weeks, we could do that as well, where you're here at 8:15 and just come and introduce yourself. If the board is up for that.
What day?
I'm thinking it would be on Mondays. beginning of the week, that's usually when new employees start and,
Be cool to rotate, but I don't care if it's chair duty.
Yeah, I think it'd be good to rotate,
rotate.
but also include, I think it would be good to include new elected officials.
Oh, sure. To have them come in and, or to do the orientation. To do the orientation,
The newly elected.
yeah.
Newly
Because
elected.
Deputy gets thrown in and you're like, who are these people? Where's their office? Where?
Well, for me, it was, I mean, I knew where a lot of these people were at, but somebody that's new, doesn't even know.
Sure.
I think it'd be nice to include electeds so that
Yeah.
they could be taken around by somebody that knows. They can meet everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, in the perfect world, and at some point, I would love it that all departments and offices participate and they know that on Mondays, whether it's a weekly or every other, I'm assuming it's going to be weekly because people will start at different times, but Mondays have HR is going to bring people around and it may be one person, it may be 5 people.
Sure.
And to have the leaders in the offices and departments available just to introduce themselves. I'm hoping that everybody will want to do that. If not, it will just be this is where the treasurer's office is. This is where payroll is. If you have questions, this is where accounting is. And just so they get the bearings of the land. Because it always surprises me, especially when they're not located here, that people don't know where offices and departments are. So
Sure.
I thought it would be helpful for that, a little tour.
Well, we're all a team.
Yeah,
We're supposed to be
absolutely.
all a team, so,
Yeah,
we should all act as though we're a team,
yeah.
make that happen.
You know what, excuse me, what might be helpful, we will have a lot of new elected officials. So maybe something in December, invite the newly elected officials.
Absolutely.
So they can go, I think some of them are just, don't want to step on any toes, so they're not going to go into the office, but just go
Right.
into the office. And,
And I think that's a great idea, doing one
Because we
for
do
all
have
the new
quite a few.
electeds.
It's
Yeah.
like, this is who your office is.
Yeah, I
you
think
know,
that's a
where
great
it's gonna
idea.
be. This is
We
your
can
staff.
certainly coordinate a,
And then if you have any questions, just kind of have maybe a little, but that would be something that would be
Yeah.
super helpful.
I think so as
Even
well.
if we could do something down here where they could come into this room and have everybody in this room.
Mhm.
Just something, an introduction or something.
Yeah.
To that effect.
Yep, I think that would be wonderful.
Because it's a training, could we do sense?
Yeah,
Yes.
we could. But I think like Daryl, his transition, Daryl, like go into Daryl's office for 30 minutes and
Yeah.
Commissioner's office, Michelle's office,
Sounds great. We can get that scheduled.
because we know there's going to be a few replacements.
Yeah. And because you've all been through it, you said December, so when in December is it a good time?
The middle
Middle
of,
of?
well, I would say
I
just,
would say no later than the middle, just because the holidays
but
and
it
everything
just
else.
kind of gives you an
Okay.
idea. I was able to come in prior and Richard Stevens helped me, I got to know the staff, but I know some did not want to come in until I think Caroline came in. It's like, I don't even want to mess, I'll just come in that day and figure it out.
Okay.
So she came in January and it was big eye-opening experience.
Yeah, okay.
But I think it's
Good
just
idea.
helpful with the insurance, just everything that you've got to fill out too.
Yeah.
Just, there's a lot.
There's a lot. Yep. I like it. Okay. Perfect. And we'll do a rotate. And so before we start this, Caitlin, I'll be in touch with you to get it on their calendars. So that is what I have for you today. Do you have anything for us?
Yes, Tony is probably online. He's been waiting. Tony said, he sent you an email. He sent us that we did change his, hopefully you were in the loop. Changed.
Yes, and
his-
yesterday I didn't know what was on consent,
Okay,
so I thought it was another change to his position, not what we had already done.
well, I thought it was a new change too.
Looks like
because-
just a bunch of housekeeping that he did in his policy manual. And
Okay,
then-
and I haven't seen the policy manual, so, and I normally wouldn't.
And
That would go to
he-
Tom
On
and,
August 31st.
I mean, it's always nice to have HR look at them in case there's any conflicts between county and that, but second and third eyes are always good, whether it's HR or not, but
Yeah, it looks like you just updated the
Okay.
names, address.
I understand, okay.
Things like that.
Yeah, yesterday I just heard consent and a change to his position. I was like, no, wait a second, I haven't heard anything about changing his
Okay,
position.
so who is, it looks like an E. Is that Gina? It's an E and then it looks like a J. I don't know.
Under
the
HR?
signature. Mhm.
That would be Larissa Perez.
Okay,
When she
Okay.
processes, she's the last person to process, so she signs the PAR.
okay.
Before
So, like,
going to
I
payroll.
don't even know whose signature
Yeah.
that is. Okay.
It's Larissa's. Oh, but yeah, that was, the change of his position was done previously,
Okay, yep.
so. But if there are other changes to his position or coming changes, yeah, I would like to work with him on that, so. Tony, did you have anything you'd like to add?
Nothing to add. I did send an email about, now that we have all that cleared up about the position that got emptied, the VSO position, but me and you can talk on that separate and see what we can do to possibly fill that position.
Okay, yep, that would be great.
Well, wait, and while Tony's here, Tony, it sounds like you may have a volunteer helping in your office.
Yes, I do have a volunteer in the office. And I
Okay,
report that number to accounting for the quarterly and volunteers on the, can't remember that spreadsheet what it's called right now, but I do report that.
okay, good. So LNI is
So
paying.
they do.
And-
go to Illinois.
And has this person gone through our orientation, Tony?
Yes, she was the previous vet court navigator position about a
Okay.
year and a half back. So she went through the orientation and everything. So she's still here. The position got terminated through the grant. However, she still wanted to volunteer in the office.
Okay, we're good then. Thank you for that.
Yes, no problem.
Okay, I can check off all my little questions that I have.
Okay. Anything from anyone else?
No,
I think that's it.
just thank you guys for your hard work and what you do for us.
You're very welcome.
You
Happy
know,
to,
we appreciate it. We appreciate you even on
yes. Thank you for
Leprechaun Day.
Leprechaun Day.
that. And thank you for letting us attend Friday. It was a good riding with Brandon and Carly. It was a good opportunity for us to build our relationships with them, which HR has not always had the strongest relationship with that office. So it was very helpful to be able to be in a confined space and really talk about things that needed to be talked about. So I appreciate your support in that. It was
Captain
good.
Brandon did a great job.
Yes, he's,
Very good.
yeah, he's doing
Definitely a
good.
pick.
And he's very collaborative, which I appreciate.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
All right, I guess if there's nothing else, we'll go into
Nothing
session.
else.
So,
Hold on, do I have anything else? I did.
You
What was
did.
it though?
I don't know, what,
I did not get any cryptic messages from you, so
They're not cryptic,
they are to
The
me.
complete sentences.
they're not complete sentences.
Exactly. Because they're not, I know.
Thanks a lot, Gina, thanks for having my back.
Of course.
You've always got your guys'
Look
back.
at Caitlin laughing over here. She's like, I don't know what they're talking about.
It's like, you don't want anybody, because it's like, what does this even mean?
I think
It's-
everybody in this room has received one.
These two haven't.
I guess mildly HR related.
Yes.
Well, it's heavily HR related. We scheduled the follow-up meeting for the CFO job description review. I worked with Tom and Decorah. So is next Tuesday after the commissioners meeting from 11:30 to noon to review the job description. HR felt that they would be able to prepare something for you guys to review. And
Yep.
we've sent out invites to the appropriate parties, the same
Same
people that
people.
attended the meeting yesterday. So,
Yes, thank you. And I do have a draft job description that I've been working on since last week. So I did send that to Tom this morning to review. He'll, I'm sure, have edits he'd like to make. As soon as I get those back from him, then I will forward it to the three of you. You can then review it and then we can talk about it. You can send me edits if you'd like, or we can bring them back next week when we all meet and talk about things you would like to see differently or additions, subtractions, whatever.
okay.
And I just want to apologize. I did reach out to Tom for my verbal attack on Tom yesterday. It was not appropriate, so sorry that happened.
So you got that all cleared up?
He did not answer the phone, so I will keep trying to
Yes.
track him down.
Good leadership.
And I think that's what's important, right? We're all gonna have those moments, but as long as we're
I
taking
have
ownership
one
and
question.
Absolutely.
having that dialogue, that shows a lot of growth. And so I'm really proud of everybody in this room for
What is that? Correct in private and
Yeah.
what is that?
Praise in
praise in
public,
public,
Praise in
correct.
correct
in-
in private.
Correct in
Yes.
private.
indoors.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Well, thank you.
Anything further, Rob? You
Yeah,
look like
I
you're still
can't
trying to
remember.
remember.
Rob lost his memory, so I guess
Okay.
we'll.
Well,
go
you know
into
how to
recess.
reach me if you remember.
You good?
Yeah, I don't remember.
Okay.
Thank
We're
you.
gonna go into recess until 11.
Be nice. They're like in David.
He doesn't do
Good
that.
morning. It is 11 o'clock. We are here for our commissioners meeting. I call it to order. Open forum for public input, 3 minutes per person, 15-minute time limit. And there's no one in the room.
You have
It's like,
3 call-in users. One is Carrie, one is Emily. They say they have no public comment. You have an iPhone guest. So iPhone guest, I've given you the ability to unmute if you have any public comment.
is that the only other one? Okay. Guess we'll move on then.
All right, I move to approve the agenda as presented.
I'll second.
There is a motion and a second. Any more discussion? All in favor, say aye.
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 Motion carries. On to correspondence, emails received that need response, letters of support. Have any of those for this week or for today?
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
I don't recall any. I didn't have any.
Who
emails this
is
week.
running the meeting at 1 PM?
That is for you guys. That was what you guys had requested was a work session. You had asked for me to invite the,
Oh, we need to, if we're gonna get it, I guess I just have questions. If we're gonna put it on the ballot, which we don't have to, but that's the only way I'm gonna vote yes
That's how I would
or
like to
no.
do it, yeah.
Because,
Let the people just decide.
Yeah.
Michelle has been invited to this, and I did put a note on the invite that you guys had requested the cost estimates to have it on the ballot for a vote.
because it wouldn't cost very much, and, because we're already doing a county ballot, we're doing a county ballot. And, we just need to know when to put it on. I think it has to be done by August 1st or 8th. So, yeah, we just need some information.
Okay, so we can do that at 1 o'clock.
Hopefully.
On that topic, Dell did send an email saying that he would not be able to attend the work session this afternoon. He was still trying to get back. His new flight will now be during that time, but he is supportive of the initiative to implement the 0.1%.
Okay.
Perfect.
Yeah, I think it's, what I want to know is just how to get it on the ballot.
So who would be the one that would explain
Michelle.
that? Would it be Michelle or? Michelle?
I think so.
Yep, that's my only question.
On the Commissioners Roundtable, is there anybody got anything for this week?
I don't.
I think we kind of went over everything that I had for this week earlier. Don't really have anything else.
We're done with that, Mr. Chair. I move that we approve the consent agenda items 1 through 15, pulling item number 6. Item number 6 is the scissor lift, the 2 scissor lifts submitted by Facilities and Maintenance.
I'll second.
There's a motion and a second to approve the consent agenda. Any more discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
sign our life away. Well, we probably need to make sure that Michelle is able to attend the 1 o'clock meeting, because if she's not able to attend, there really is no.
I sent the invite out
Okay.
a couple weeks ago and I didn't receive any emails saying that she was not going to be able to attend, I don't think.
Really good. I
I'll
just-
double check.
Yeah,
Need to
let's
take
just
everybody's
make
time
sure
to come
so we
over
don't
here.
have a bunch of people down there that's not.
AP
And then we're
batch.
looking for us. We're gonna have to bust out that cheese platter. I don't know who brought the cheese platter. Is it Carrie?
Yeah,
It's Carrie, no, it's still down here.
yes,
Definitely bust that thing open.
that's your credit card batch.
My credit cards, I don't have a credit card.
The credit card batch.
I feel like you got a new, did you get any piece of art?
No.
No, on this one.
This one? I've had that one for a long time. Commissioners minutes, the week of March 2nd. This way.
Okay. Rob, do you want me to?
Yeah, I'm coming, I'm just,
Recording surcharge distribution fee.
Is your computer working?
Fee distribution. You want to keep doing this one?
No, I'll just put them right behind Rob and put you.
There we go. Recommendations of reappointment. These are the applications that you guys saw last week for the current use advisory board.
pen's dying.
Oh, you're wearing red too. My battery is low. I don't think you can change your battery out, can you, on your watch? Can
Yeah,
you
I
just
think
get a
so.
new? Really?
Yeah, just go to Apple.
Just get a new watch. Probably the same price.
No, it should be free.
Need your guys' initials
think
on
you
the,
get one
on the
battery.
front.
What's that one?
Serotonin, dopamine, and adrenaline.
Hmm.
It's runner's high.
In the veins?
Yeah.
That
A
is.
swimmer's high?
Runner's high.
Okay.
I don't swim. I'm not a very swimmy kind of person.
I love swimming.
It's the contract for Zion excavation.
The road.
Rob, do you want me to grab you a different pen?
Wow. I have a box of them. Do they just run out of ink fast?
Out of state travel. I don't know. I don't think so. You use that pen a lot though. This is the resolution to rescind 25-104, which was appointing an interim county engineer, and now appointing the county engineer.
I think it's because it's the 0.5. A little sharp, you know?
Are you pressing too hard?
Probably.
There's a bunch of them.
I know, here, I'm thinking I'm done.
This is a request for you to electronically sign an agreement. I would assume that Public Works will be sending you that link after you guys
Gosh, I
approve
keep trying
this.
to. Sorry, I keep trying to pass it off after my.
Yes.
Try a new one. kinda, yeah.
It's a hearing to declare surplus county-owned property.
Works.
Mhm.
Fords and Dodges.
This is a request for Dell to DocuSign a Carillon amendment.
It's a vacation that just keeps on giving.
Purchase order to CDI for laser fiche licenses.
Did you pull the one we were pulling?
Yes.
Okay.
Sale of a tax title.
Big money.
Is that the one on?
$500 one.
Yeah.
Costs more to record than we're getting out of it.
And this is the vet services policy update.
Well, just hold on, Kevin, you're gonna be paying the $1 million taxes pretty soon.
You have nip cut?
No, cleaned my pantry this weekend and I stabbed myself with something.
Oh,
I don't even know what.
Probably shouldn't
Some
do
deadly
that.
food. What'd you do? Were you sanding?
Burn my hand.
There was some food from 2016 in there, I guess.
In your
oh,
pantry,
Yeah,
no.
still good.
pretty empty looking pantry now. Probably best. Trying to declutter. Out with the old.
That's it. All right.
Get back at 1? No.
No.
11:30.
11:30 for insurance. For insurance, a little cheese and crackers.
Made notice.
You're gonna go into recess until 11:30?
You got a dog?
Good morning, it is 11:30 and we're here for our WCRG update.
Yep, good morning, folks. Thanks for having us. We're just gonna run through just a couple claims that we got going on here, just our monthly claims report from stuff that's popped up. So we'll first take a look at our year-to-date loss runs, which is just the single page, kind of the short list there. Not a whole lot going on. We did just kind of, as a just in case, we got the claim going for 1838. We just reported that one there. That happened on the 17th. And then that's about what's going on there.
1836 has been closed, so as of now, we only have 5 open claims for the year with WCRG. So for 3 months in, only having 5 claims. Used to be 6. We're doing pretty good for the year.
I have, oh, when we're done.
Yeah.
I kind of, I don't know, maybe I could, I don't know what it would be called, evaluation.
Okay.
Executive questions.
Sure.
And then we'll switch gears and hop over to the open claims thing. And not a whole lot of movement on these ones either. Which one did we note there, Blair?
So for this one right here, there is 3, we closed 3 claims on this one. So it says there's 32 grand total claims. From last time we met last month, we have gone up about $266,540. We have had 2 claims go up just a little bit. That is claim 1782 and claim 1710. Have gone up a little bit in reserves, but not significantly. And then we have closed on this list 1777, 1790.
What year are you running?
This is the open claims run as of 3/2/26. Has the first claim on my list is 1789. So
And then lastly, just as we've always kind of monitored the policy year 2021, we're just keeping an eye on the two right there from the top, the 1492 and the 1567. Just keeping an eye on those. No movement as of last month either. So we're just, like I said, we're just watching those, and that's about all we have to report unless I'm missing anything there.
No, so those are the last two claims that are open as of the
Did one of the 2017 ones close?
so the 20, so are you talking about?
I thought Barbara sent us something.
On which one?
From 2017, you said?
2017?
Yeah, I'm looking.
Oh, you're talking about that, yeah, you're talking about the W12 or 1012. There was some court stuff going on with that. So it hasn't closed,
Oh,
but there has been some stuff going on in court with that, which it's been good for us, but it hasn't closed.
okay.
So yeah, no, there has been some movement on that, which is a good thing for us. So yeah.
So that's about all we got. Thank you for your time. Any questions on any of those? Or wrap up?
Well, I have questions, but I just, when are they gonna be all put to bed? But
That's hard telling. Hard telling.
We're trying.
you need a ball.
It all takes time.
Mhm. And if you do have questions, I do talk to WCRG to try to do follow-ups on the
I think we have a
claims.
meeting tomorrow.
So, yeah,
Our fiscal meeting.
yeah. And so I do follow-ups with all the claims adjusters to find out where we are sitting with all the claims. So if you do have questions, please come talk to me and I can let you know where we're sitting with certain claims if you want. What's going on with the different claims. So, thank you.
That's all we got. Thank you, guys.
You good? Okay, I guess. Hearing no questions, we'll go on to recess until 1 o'clock. Thank you.
What did,
But we didn't think ours was gonna get canceled because the crew was on our plane.
It
And they
is
kept saying, well, just
101.
wait and we'll tell you. And then they got canceled and we had to get on and find another, it was,
We're in our
It's a little bit of a
commissioner work
mess.
session, 1/10 of 1% mental health, chemical dependency, sales tax workshop. Welcome, everyone.
welcome. Okay, I know this is a tax that the commissioners can just vote in, but because of, for me, the economic downturn that the ag industry is feeling right now, it's kind of the last thing I want to implement unless I have the voters say, yes, we want it. So hopefully I've asked Michelle, I was clear.
I came
in
up
my-
with the last, it's really hard to come up with an amount. I assume this is a countywide election.
Correct.
Is it gonna be ran with something else? Is it gonna be on the I mean, it all
I
matters.
think it would be the general,
General.
and I think
So-
we have to put something on the ballot by August 1st or August 3rd.
So, this is the last general we did, that's countywide, but
Well, like this year, isn't it? Yeah,
county
the
wasn't
general.
really technically on it, cause it was for all those districts, but it was countywide. This is the November one. This is the total
Show me.
of the election up here,
They're
but as you can see, it was-
138,000.
it was a huge election with all of this.
Oh, we got a big one this year, right?
This one will be big
But
too.
Yeah.
if you look at this
But the bigger
amount
the
right
better,
here
I
for
think.
the
The cost is
state,
less.
this is probably closer if it's
Better voter turnout.
on with other entities.
Yeah, well, that's our
It's a
intent,
possibility it could be that amount,
which is 23,000.
or
Well, that's a lot better than 138. Can I circle these two?
yes, I would circle those two, because that's gonna kind of give you an idea. The last one we ran,
Okay, I want to make sure I circle the right amount.
the last one we ran was not a complete countywide.
but pretty close.
Okay,
And that's, I would think that would be the whole
79,000?
total.
the 75
Yeah,
or,
and here's copies
oh, okay, and this is broken down.
for
by-
you.
Oh, are these-
Yeah,
are
well,
these
that's
the
what
same
I'm
amount
comparing it
for
for too, because we didn't have anything on the county, other than all the special
So
districts.
you're thinking 23,000? That is what it costs the county?
That's, it probably is gonna cost more than that, because this is last year.
So what would, to put something on that, what would be our
35
portion?
grand.
We just divide it out?
It depends on what's on, it all
Okay.
depends on what's on there, and it's countywide, so every ballot box would be open, so that just, means more routes out for the ballots, more people to close it.
But if we're with,
But if you're with
Everybody,
somebody else, you
yeah.
share the cost.
okay.
As
so
you
it
can
would be
see,
whatever
there's
it
a
is,
ton of people on there and they've
79,000.
shared the cost.
79,000 divided by,
This one is for the last election we just did. But,
so Quincy had the biggest bill, no,
but it's not an all county election. I do this one too. This one. So it's really hard to come up with an amount, because everything changes it.
okay, this is the one I have.
And then
Okay.
the new fee. Now we've got, this is, don't you have the
This is
2-page
on
one? Oh, you don't have the 2-page one.
I gave that to
Oh, you
you.
gave, rather than that.
Times 2, that's 54, counties 52.
So everything makes it
We're just-
different.
We're just trying to figure out the cost. So if we were to budget, take it out of miscellaneous general government,
It's,
like
it
that
could
would
be anywhere from 25,000 to,
I would estimate 35.
yeah. I mean, it could be, it's a wide range to come up with an exact amount. It all depends on how much
And then-
stuff costs us at the time.
Okay, so the election, okay,
How
so,
much wages, people
Yeah.
are at.
okay, so
It
we put
changes every month.
35,000. And then here's my question, if it does pass,
Glenn,
can
you
they
donate
pay for
that?
that? Can you,
Yeah,
Get a
if it
man.
does pass, can you take the funds out of there and pay for that? Or that, this has to come out of like miscellaneous general government? It's not budgeted for it.
Or do we have to fundraise?
I would think that you could take it out of the, well, no, you don't have the funds until later. It would have to probably come out of miscellaneous government or.
Can it be replenished by, if it does pass, can it be replenished by
I
that?
would think so.
Okay.
Because I mean, normally I don't bill our portion, the county portion.
You
Out.
just pay it.
If we just eat it, I mean, it's in your foreign expense budget.
What's the on-call communication clerk?
So
Is that the
whenever,
mailroom?
yeah, for the mailroom, yeah.
I'm like, were they on or? Okay, so $35,000.
It could be.
Who puts it,
It's on-call real last minute.
who,
So we have to do the resolution for it to be on the
Guaranteed 2
ballot.
days of-
I would imagine that.
someone would have to do
Legal
it.
has to do the
Legal.
resolution.
okay,
The way in though.
As we just witnessed.
And then it has to be.
oh, here's
you know,
Daryl.
Filed with the elections. To be on the
By,
ballot. I'd have to look at the date.
I think
To
it's,
bring that down on, we had it on my,
but it's in August, I think it's,
you have to do it. It's gonna be in August for the November. I can send you the date
Okay.
that it has to be filed by.
well, I just want to know, I think if the cost was like astronomical, but the $35,000 will just kind of basically fall in current expense somewhere. Okay, and then it could be replenished if it does pass. So resolution, somebody needs to write it up.
Yeah, someone would.
Why are you looking at him?
I don't know how to write a resolution.
Well, so usually it's,
We can look at other
it's usually
counties that
legal.
have done
Our
You
legal
know.
team,
Yeah, they have it. I think there's, I only know of 2 counties that did this. So you're gonna want, you're saying that you want an advisory vote,
yes.
or do you want an actual vote? There's 2 different types of votes.
Well,
An
okay,
advisory of what you should do, or
You know, it would be really nice, whether it's an advisory or if, I would almost like to take the advisory out of it, but sometimes that's the only vote that I thought we were allowed. So it would be nice, I think all three commissioners would like to take the advisory portion out of it, because if it is 61%, the other 39%, we are gonna be hearing from them. So if we kind of took us out of the picture, you literally voted it in, then it does kind of remove us from that. Like, I can't just change it.
The difficulty is I have not been able to 100% grasp the difference between just the regular vote and the advisory vote.
Because I thought we could only do an advisory, but if we could do a full-on,
Well, no one's, you have the power to do, so it has to be advisory in my opinion, because the public.
well, don't give me that lovely option then, that. I
I'm
was
just
thinking
telling
we
you,
had that
I'm just
option.
telling you, that's what the statute says, so I can't change the statute.
Okay, an advisory, I thought maybe it
Yeah.
was a solid.
But, and then that brings in a whole nother question, does an advisory opinion still cost money to be put on the ballot?
So,
Yeah, because ballots have to go out.
Yeah, so I'm thinking,
It costs
But if
exactly
we
the
Cass
put
is
same.
saying,
it out,
yes.
it's a big election for the county, there's a lot of.
It doesn't change anything for the
I
election.
think the last two, I'm not, don't quote me on this, because if you have to, a lot of this
Did you
gets
want
buried,
copies of it?
but
But would the
Pierce
cities be there?
County,
Oh, here's, oh, we're gonna get it. Okay, there's two different
Benton
ones.
County initially wanted an advisory vote and then decided
In what
against
way?
it. And went ahead and did not go with the advisory vote and just voted. Same with Kittitas. Kittitas asked for an advisory vote. When it came down to it, they didn't put it on the ballot. I believe that's the two places that are most recent that I know, Benton and Kittitas. When it came down to it, they decided not to do that and they just voted. So, but they did discuss it because there's articles about it all over the place. Okanagan passed theirs without a public vote. I don't have everybody's details, but I know that there has been an advisory before.
You know the years those were passed?
21 was Benton County, so they wanted an advisory, and then 22 was, pretty sure 22 was Kittitas. And Kittitas was the same situation as well too, so they wanted an advisory opinion and then decided, no, we'll just vote. So I don't know what happened in between
You better
there.
look at your phone, because that could be the answer to
Well,
your
that's what's
phone.
kind of crazy too, because I don't know what happened, because in February, there's an article talking about they wanted an advisory vote, and then next thing you know,
It
They
happened.
figured
just
out how
happened.
much it cost. They
there
figured
was
out
no,
the
there was
cost,
no
so like, we
voting,
can't
it just
afford that.
happened. So,
Okay.
someone at some point changed their mind and decided
Probably
just
because
to,
it costs so much.
that would be my guess,
Well,
so.
the next problem is the large delay of having it come into effect. If you put in the general election, that means if you get everything done in time, you have to be 75 days ahead to turn in your stuff to actually, so that means it doesn't happen on January 1st, no matter what. So then you have a certain short time frame to get it all done to have it approved for April 1st of next year, of which you're losing a whole time period. Right now, we have the opportunity to have it effect in July. And so you have all that money, unless you don't believe in the cause, the money can just wait to pay for things that they're saying we have good reasons for the money now. I just think it's silly because we have a lot of small counties who have the mental health tax. And so why are we thinking we are different than all these other counties, and a lot of them are conservative counties? So what makes us different?
Well, Daryl, I don't want to implement a new tax. So if my voters want to, I'm good with it. But I don't want to be the one. I would say that it's not a great economy right now, so that's another reason. But that's just District 3.
We have a lot of counties that have a higher.
3 years ago, I made the statements in our countywide leadership meetings that I would enact that 1/10 if I had the choice on my own, but now I kind of lean with Cindy, like, if I could not pay taxes or reduce my taxes everywhere in the state, I would today. So it's hard, even though it's only 1/10 and every other county and city is higher than ours for the most part. I think there's maybe like 4 that are lower. I don't see a big issue in it, but it sure would be nice to let them decide.
So asking Perplexity, which immediately sourced MRSC, it is an advisory ballot measure. That's the only way you can do it. It did ask to tailor this more precisely as your scenario in Washington State. Is the tax of county councilmatic sales or property tax rather than a voted excess or levy lid lift? And I said, no, it's the 1/10 of 1% mental health and chemical dependency. So it immediately recites that law again at MRSC. And it says this would be an advisory ballot. And then I asked it to write the resolution, which it did.
Tom, way to
And
go.
so the resolution's complete. I just need to send it to civil and have them review it. But it is an advisory vote.
Yeah, Tom, I am in favor of you sending it over to civil to get it moving.
Because this is an advisory, the board would later adopt or decline the actual ordinance opposing the tax relying on the advisory vote result. So.
All that fun stuff that you can just put in there and you can just put it up.
You have to be really careful.
Yeah.
I didn't hear, you have to be really careful with what?
Oh, just with the AI, so.
Oh, okay.
And there's a huge difference between the free versions and an enterprise version, so.
And there's a huge issue going on in our court right now over it, so.
Well, Perplexity.
I'd love to talk to you about that. If we, no, just because I'm.
Okay, Tom, do you mind sending that? Well, I guess we need a letter. How, can we give direction to Tom to send that over to?
As your county administrator, if
Yeah.
you'd like me to take that for action, I will forward that to everybody in here if they want to see it, and to civil and say, please review. So.
Yeah, I think that's the step we need to take.
Okay,
We're gonna-
and then, once we get that back, then we will file it with the elections office. I just want to make sure we got the right steps.
And I'll let you know what the date, what the last day is
Okay.
to file
And
it
then once that's,
for the general.
then we won't know for sure until the ballot is counted, November
When does your community court money run out?
17th.
We'll know in June. So.
You'll know when it runs out?
So.
If you were, is that where your biennium is? Your
Yeah,
fiscal?
that's when our fiscal
July 1.
goes, yeah. So we'll know what we get probably for next year's in June.
So do you think it's gonna get reallocated or?
I think most of it, but we won't have enough to hire everybody that we have.
Okay.
So, or expand.
Amy Painter has her hand raised. Would you like me to allow her the ability to unmute?
Sure.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello, Amy.
Hello, I just wanted to give you an update as far as funding goes. Obviously, our ARPA funds end December 31st. We will have those expended, and we are using that to help cover one of our case managers' salaries. AOC funding, we will apply for end of May. We'll know before the end of June, and it'll start July. The problem is it's a year-to-year thing. There is no guarantee. And they have, every year so far, they have reduced the amount they have awarded to us. So we have been getting pretty much our salaries covered and some treatment monies and some training monies. With us having to wait until probably April of next year, we will lose at least one case manager, and possibly even myself, just because we have no guarantees.
And it won't be April, it'll be June. Because April is when they start changing the remit to the state, so the first disbursement will be the end of June.
Yeah. So we are living on a year-to-year basis, basically July 1st through June 30th, with no guarantees of anything.
Can you get us an estimated cost of those two positions for that 6-month or an 8-month or 9-month period or year period?
Yeah. Actually, I would give it for all three of us. I mean, like I said, there is no guarantee of what they're going to pay salaries for.
Okay.
You want that totaled in a lump sum, or do you want it broken out between the three people?
Just broken out, just so we can see it. That way we kind of have, if we, going forward, we have an idea for budget season of what might need to be somewhere. Cause that program's great.
It really is.
Like watching it, it's great. You guys are doing a good thing. Well, all of us are just one oops from being in there, so. It's just true.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like we're in the chute, ready to join you.
Well, like I said, I want this to go forward, but at the same time, we would have to look at other alternatives with the other options out there, so. I know there's at least three. I don't think anyone even knows that we have a 1998 criminal justice, 0.1% that was passed in 1998. It's codified and I think it's going to the general fund. So it should be going to criminal justice purposes, so. We'll probably be asking for that if we need it, just an FYI.
Is that going into the general fund?
Yep, that's the money we get from the cities. Well, are you talking about the misdemeanor cost ones?
I don't know.
Well, I know there's a
Then
criminal justice tax. Back in 1998, we passed it.
The only
It was a
criminal
110.
justice tax I know goes only to courts and law enforcement in the budget.
but it's for misdemeanor cost, reimbursement misdemeanor cost.
I think I think our thing fits in 3 different categories: public safety, criminal justice, so mental health.
We don't always submit these, we don't, if it's in current.
I don't know if we've enacted it.
It's codified.
1998.
Well, the codified is the
It's in the
one that
code.
is for misdemeanor costs. That's the one where the cities had their share go to the county to cover those costs.
Is that the jail, the cost of the jail?
Well, your own county code, and that's where I also brought up how you may not have something of the 3/10 codified yet.
It's not there.
So I'm not sure who, when you do things, how it gets connected to who performs the function of finishing it off by having it show up on the county code.
If it's
It doesn't always have to be codified from what I've read, but
a tax, it should have been codified, and unless the resolution came out of an office other than ours, it would have been the clerk of the board that filed that with Muni Code to have it codified. I don't know who did that one, however long ago,
1998, so.
but like what office, I mean, I can find out.
Yeah, I don't know. It was before my time.
I would think that it would have been the commissioner's office that would have been the ones to send that to be codified. Because I think the only other ones that we don't send to be codified are things to do with like UDC and comprehensive plan stuff, because that's development services, but I mean, getting it codified, I don't think would be hard. We just get the ordinance and send it to them.
We need to check on the 3/10 as well, if that hasn't been.
It's three.
No, I was told that the 3/10 is not in our county code yet.
What was the other one I was looking for then?
The 1/10 in 1998.
Right, but the 1/10/98, that's one that we in fact just found the old contract between all the cities to have their share that was due to the King County decision of where cities were required to pay the county for misdemeanor costs. At those meetings in the past, it was never talked about mental health type services in those meetings because we would then look at
Had a criminal justice tag, so it had to have something to do with criminal justice, so in one way or capacity. Yeah.
Tax monies for criminal justice purposes is codified. That one is in there, the 0.1% of the selling price. That is in the Grant County code.
From 1998?
Yes.
Because we never talked, we talked, all that for that time, we were talking about covering the cost of district courts for services for misdemeanor situations. We didn't ever talk about anything beyond that, but then again, some of your things that you talk about now weren't common then.
Yeah.
So I don't know if there is a still tie-in, but then you're talking about using those monies, diverting money out of current expense to pay for the service. So it's not just the cost of the election, it's the cost out of current expense as well to cover.
So,
Just a minute, sorry, Tom.
no, go ahead.
I'm on this train of thought, but this would be a new tax, where the 1998.
Correct, I'm just
Unless we
commenting
moved
that
it,
like
we
if,
moved it,
yeah,
diverted it out. Okay,
With
but,
the delay, then I would need to seek
Yeah.
something, some other alternative,
yeah,
obviously.
no, I think we as commissioners would work with the gap, help you with that gap, so. We're gonna know in November, 2 weeks after the election, what the outcome is. We can plan accordingly.
I don't know. Who's gonna be the cheerleader for it?
That's the other
You,
question.
Daryl.
Well, no, you have to have an outside group promoting it.
Yeah, that's the other part. I don't know if we'll have
I
time.
You just don't
but
put it
you
on the
have a
ballot
pretty
and just
strong
hope
group.
and flip a coin. You gotta have promotion, all that kind of stuff, to if you are truly interested in having it pass.
Yeah. That's the other concern. There's gonna have to be a full team to.
You
that's gonna have
know,
to
the
get on.
sheriff goes from community to community.
Yeah.
And,
He's doing all his town halls right now.
yep,
I've been to a few.
and it really is a great place. Even if there's not a lot of people there, the ones that are there are the ones who will share the message for others. Our sheriff has a pretty big outreach on his social media page.
I can't get too involved with that, so.
We can't,
Yeah.
we can't promote that on our own web pages, right?
We can provide information. We cannot put it in a pro or con scenario,
Right.
just like what school districts do. Is they have a separate committee to do all the things to push it versus being a neutral thing that's hard to write.
But I think you've got people in the community. We had a really large meeting here. It would be, sometimes it's just sharing it
So
and what it,
we can promote how well the drug court's doing. We can tell that story.
Yeah.
Right? And then people ask about it and we say, well, there is a 1/10 on the ballot. We can't say
but
pro
I
or
think
con,
we're
but
gonna
that
put
is
the
what
1/10
helps
on
us.
the ballot. Can't we put that on our Facebook page, where
Can't
it
you
can
put
be
it
used
in
for?
the voter pamphlet?
But yeah, I would think so.
Yeah, there
We're
should be
going
an
to,
pro
well,
and.
I
Yeah,
think it is
yeah,
like,
you have an
yeah,
opportunity,
share
right,
it
right.
Yeah.
Community to community.
Yeah, we just gotta find a group to do that.
Boys and Girls Club, the employees there can't do that?
They could do that.
Oh, yeah.
A bunch of free people could do it. And you have people who join, just like.
I mean,
anything
just
else.
that board out pushing is pretty much who's who in Moses Lake area.
It's gonna be better than my 480 followers.
480 followers? Gosh, I mean, way more than I do.
It's more than a lot of people, Tom.
That's true. I'm working on it.
Okay, well, I don't know who's gonna promote it, but I think the ones, if we can not advertise it, but put the information on our webpage. So it's there. It'll be on the voters pamphlet.
Figure it out.
And we have a lot of new candidates out there. who
Yeah,
will
and
be
if-
running.
Pitch it to them.
Who will be probably asked, and we just need to
They're always
Give them
looking for their talking points at the town halls, so
give
just give them
them
to
some
them.
information. Okay, so Tom, you've probably already sent that. If you're anything like.
I haven't sent it yet. I'll do it when I
Okay.
get to my desktop, so, yeah.
Caitlin's
And I'll
usually like
copy
running
everybody
home.
in this room,
Okay.
so you can see.
And then Caitlin, if you can remind us to, once it's approved, if we can skip it on over to elections.
And I'll send you the
Okay.
date resolution.
Well, we know
Has to
it'll be in
by-
August, so we'll try to get it to you way before
We would
then.
have a better idea what it costs to in May, right? So if there was an overabundant cost, we could revisit this. Because then everyone would have been filed by then, right? Because I think that's one of the other things that you don't know how much the cost is until you know
But
how
we've
many
got to
people
pay
are
the
in your
cost for
general
the
election.
elected officials anyway.
Yes,
Or
yes,
we have a
it's-
judge.
I know, I've read it.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
confusing. It can be as
It's-
little as $5,000 or as much as,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, he's. Is that the sixth one? Like, this is broke down, this is the total amount of.
And then would we
Yeah.
keep the
And
city's
then it's
portion? or
broke
does
down
the
between all of
city
these
keep theirs?
people
right.
into
No,
smaller.
this, you'd be creating a new fund.
So it's just
Same
countywide,
thing,
all of it
but
would go to the
not
city.
countywide.
Because you're not searching for the cities to,
Thank you.
you know, the other time when the county wanted to do something, they wanted the cities to also say they want this enacted as well. So are you gonna work with other cities to seek their support?
Well, Daryl, at my next town hall meeting, I'll bring it up.
I would say yes, because they're gonna benefit from it as well. Their citizens will benefit from it. Not all the bad guys live in Grant County, or the people with mental health issues live in the county, they live in the city too.
Yeah.
So
Most of them congregate in the cities. This is how many factors, like if there's,
Okay, I don't have any other
Or
questions.
does it
I think
have
I've got a path,
two-
so we can move forward. That's what I was looking for.
something else
Oh,
on there, this would be.
well,
Thank
thank
you
you.
guys,
They probably
appreciate
put
it.
More than that.
recess till
Oh,
tomorrow.
this is